he sent me, some of the cards don't make sense to me. The cards make sense. The blasting zones make sense. The cards that majorly don't make sense to me is this Chandra Fire Artisan. I believe it's just worse than Torch of Defiance, and I'm not sure if I want a fourth of that effect in the deck to begin with. Don't really know about this Magus of the Moon either. But the big thing that stands out to me is Krinko. I think Krinko plays very poorly with Ensnaring Bridge, and I think I'd rather just have it be Legion Warboss, or because with Legion Warboss you can just keep playing the card out of your hand or whatever, and then build up 1/1 tokens, and then at some point hold that card and attack with a bunch of them. Whereas this Krinko, like, it might only ever get to attack once in a game. But we're gonna give it a try. I also don't really like the idea of playing liquid metal coating and only 3 abrades. Like, this card makes me want the 4th abrade, or just not want this card. But he's been having great success with it, and I know very little about the deck, so we will trust his judgment and give it a try. I guess this hand's fine. It beats some decks. Loses to a lot of decks. But we're drawing to 4 Simeon Spirit Guides and 5 Rituals, so 9 ways to play this on 2. Which is a little less than 20% or whatever, but whatever. Huh. I remember playing this card a long time ago when it was standard legal. I assume they have counter spells, but I'm still just going to play my best spell. Well, that's disappointing. Missing our land drop really sucks there. Things just play Jace before we do, and the game's close to over now. Kind of a weird one to bounce. I don't really even want it. Can I not play that? I don't understand why I can't play this. Okay, I'm confused. Please, somebody in stream tell me what I don't understand. There's nobody here yet. Googling this because I want to know. Guess it doesn't matter. Just continue to play the turn, but I just don't understand. I am playing it as a sorcery though, right? Okay. Well, never knew that worked like that. I already thought I had no chance to win this game. Now I definitely have no chance. I'll concede and go to the next game, I think. I don't want anything in my sideboard. I don't want half the cards in my main deck, so what do we do? Yeah, we keep this. That turn 2 Blood Moon may not be good enough. I like how I don't want these Anger to Gods, but there's literally nothing for me to sideboard in. Like, what am I supposed to sideboard in? One Spyglass? Like, I want all these things to have tutor targets. Another card I don't want in my main deck. Opponent had one basic game 1, but has 3 basics already this game. And I'm dead. Alright, when we zero free of this deck, we'll play a little arena to fill out the stream. I'm like confident this deck's not playable. But in fairness, I was biased and didn't think it was before I started. Guess I keep it. I have a Chalice of the Void. It's good versus some decks. Oh. These other cards in my hand matter. I got that land's legendary, yet we play 3 of them in our 20 land deck. I don't have a Fatal Push, we get to attack for 8. Which is pretty good considering now we have a Ramian Runes in play and a Chandra. I mean, we're going to win this game. Our opponent did nothing. I don't know what to sideboard again. Looks like they had a whole bunch of basics, so this stuff doesn't seem particularly good. Turn 1 Blood Moon or a turn 1 Chalice. So I think we keep. Or should they just make us discard the Simian Spirit Guide or the Pyrite Ritual? We do a little of nothing. Yeah, well, we get one of the two resolved no matter what now. Let's say I've double discard this turn. If I want to play, I think I'll bring in the Force Chalice here. I don't think the Blood Moon does anything, so. Land? That's not a land. Huh. I was trying to click attack all, but it wouldn't let me. That's unfortunate. I kind of wanted the Singer of the Gods. Yeah, might as well play it. Turns their Marsh Flats back on. But it gets a card out of my hand in case we draw a bridge. Might as well play it. They have so many discard spells, it seems like it's better to play it now than never. That's pretty good. Combo! Another Lingering Souls on their side, but we couldn't get to, or under Graveyard, but we couldn't get to 6, so. Engineer Explosives. So what's our out here? A bridge and then get incredibly lucky? Probably just dead this next turn. They have 7 damage in play already. They need 1 spell. That's a spell. really just don't think these do anything. Don't think this Magus does anything out of. Oh, I've already sideboarded it out. I have to bring in another card. Just don't want any of these things. So I'm probably never tutoring for you, so fine. Can't keep that. We can keep that. We gotta find another one of our 20-air lands. Well, 19 plus the 3 Simian Spirit guys are all good draws now. They wanted a white mana? Don't care about that. La 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 la. Terminate? Yeah. Our cards just aren't high impactful enough. I think that deck looked like it had a lot of deck construction problems. Alright. FYI, I can't play this because of this. Thinking about playing it for the laws, but I don't know. Maybe they'll kill my chalice. I'll hold it. That's right, ain't it? I think I can't play this. Oh, I was wrong. I could play it. Rules, rules, rules. Learning the rules. La 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 la. Alright. Dead on board. Actually, not dead on board. Now dead on board. Well, Esper Midrange is a good deck, but I still think his is like built horrendously. Like, so many of the cards make no sense to me. Like, for example, Search for Azcanta just makes no sense in that deck. You're spending way too much of your mana in the early game on either removal spells, fault erasures, your 9/3 drops, your heroes. Like, the deck's a very mana hungry deck. Just scrying every turn's just not worth it. There's not a point in most games where you want to weave it in the first several turns. Like, some games maybe you'll play it on 2 if you're on to play, but for the most part you just don't want to ever play it. Then it's got Unmoored Egos in the sideboard, which make no sense to me because you don't need them to beat Nexus, and I want them nowhere else except for Nexus. So if I don't need them to beat Nexus, why do I want them? I guess for midrange just crushes Nexus. I think the Shadow Mage isn't particularly good. The sideboard card. The hell is my opponent playing? What else don't I like? I don't like Liliana in this style deck. I don't think you need that top end. I think this deck with the Sorns and everything else is just constantly using all of its mana. So just like slamming a Liliana in the late game is a win more card. You're going to win with it. It's not going to be bad, but like you can just win without it, and it can cost you more games than it'll give you, I think. What else don't I like? I don't like the fact that there's 0 Deputy Detentions in the 75. I think that card's stellar in this type of deck. That Mishra's Baubles got him. I mean, it's fine versus aggro, but it doesn't seem to me like you have to do all this to be good versus aggro. I don't think it's significantly improved versus Esper Control, which I think is his worst match. My opponent doesn't want to play versus this deck anymore. Like I think Esper midrange was already okay versus the red decks. I don't think it was great, and they've clearly turned the match into where this build's great versus that. But like I don't think this list has solved the control problem at all. In fact, I think it's even worse versus control than before. I guess I keep this hand. You have a bunch of discard spells, but like, I don't rely on my counter spells from Esper Control to win this type of match. I rely on my card advantage, and this deck doesn't really have card advantage. Like, sure, Elite Guild thingy is card advantage in a sense, but and stuff. But there's just so much error. Alright, well, I guess I probably just lose. I don't think this deck's going to be good versus other mid-range decks either. I think other mid-range decks are just going to trash this. Hopefully they don't have another discard spell. Do we really count that, though? I don't think we count the Thief versus the all-removal deck. But I think Esper Control can just be built to beat the aggro decks. I think Esper Control crushes Nexus, and I think Esper Control's good versus the I think it's good versus the mid-range decks too. Like, I'm not sure Esper Control has a weakness right now. Oh! Undo! I misclicked. Oh, thank God. They can probably cast a 5/5 now. But in fairness, they were going to be casting the 5/5 anyway. They saw this one, so. I guess I just block. Assume this is going to get Fatal Push, so I'm not going to worry about. I'm going to attack with it. I'm not going to try to block with it. I guess now that I have two blockers, I'll leave it back. I do think Esper midrange is good, though. I have Esper midrange in my top 3 decks. I just think one can be built better than this. I do like the fact that he's playing Sorin. I think one of the big mistakes you see a lot of people make with this deck is they're not running any Sorins. It was gonna go. Oh. It was gonna go away anyway. This isn't the Chandra that deals damage. This is just the poopy artisan. No, this isn't the good Chandra. This is the crappy Chandra. I would have dealt the good damage if that was Torture Defiance. good Chandras in the deck too. Just that's not the one we drew. That was a good Chandra. We'd have probably won this game. Instead of doing exactly what we want and flooding. This is a 20 land deck too, by the way. We just like lost very easily. Still having Snaring Bridge, so assuming they don't kill this or don't have another Teamer Battle Rage, like we have 3 outs. Well, 7 outs because we can hit a Karn as well. But Lightning Bolt, Teamer Battle Rage, a lot of things just kill us. We're just dead. Yep. Let me sideboard. How do I get my sideboard to pop up? Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to make the screen go black and I'm going to try to reload. It's the second time I've had this error. By the way, I think it should be the other Chandra. We have 3 and 1. I think it should just be the full 4. But I was told to try it and to shut up, basically. Let's see if we can actually sideboard. Alright, so we can sideboard. We definitely want this. Don't think Angers are particularly good here. Probably want this as well. That's probably it. I 100% agree with you, Murph. This is not my deck list. This was a deck list that I was asked to play that I think looks stone unplayable, but they went 9 and 1 with it or something. But I'm just confident they ran hot. There's no way this deck's playable. We've literally got paired versus 3 opponents in a row where we've like cast Blood Moons and cast Chalices and they've just not cared to beat us. And it's not fast enough to beat things. Like, I don't think this deck can beat Dredge. Also really dislike Karn sideboards. Because, like, we got paired versus... round 1, we got paired versus Blue-White Control. Well, I don't want my Anger of the Gods there. I don't want my Ensnaring Bridges there. There's not 5 cards for me to bring in. And if I do bring the full 5 cards in, then the Karns do nothing. Round 2, we got paired versus... What did we get paired versus? We got paired versus Mardu Pyromancer, which I don't want my Blood Moons versus. I don't want my Malice versus. Again, I don't really have 5 cards to bring in. I think if you want to use a Chalice or a Karn sideboard, that's fine. But you can't go 14 cards deep on it or whatever. You have to leave some normal spots to swap cards in and out with. And every game that I've not drawn a Simian Spirit Guide just felt miserable. Like right now, I feel like if they just play a discard spell, I lose the game, but can I mulligan this hand? I don't think I can ever mulligan this hand. Oh, it's taking a long time to click Chalice of the Void. Real long time to click Chalice of the Void. Guess they having a braid in their hand. I still think you take Chalice of the Void though, in case I draw a second Chalice of the Void. I think my braid does nothing. I think that was the worst card in my hand. So, don't know what their hand is. Again, we did our thing. We cast Chalice. We have a bridge down, but it doesn't feel like we're even in the game. We have this now. Definitely looking better than we were. Better than we were, still not good enough. Yeah, I mean, it could be. We could just ultimate this Chandra potentially versus their deck. Unless they draw an answer to the bridge. Ooh. That's decent. What do we have? I shouldn't worry about Liliana anymore. I should just cast Engineered Explosives, right? Well, they drew a blank. They drew another blank. We're just going to minus this. We did it! We won a game. Alright, so we still want our Chalices. Our Chalices are our best card. We want our Karns, we want our Chandras. I think our Blood Moons are okay, but they're not great. Yeah, I guess I'm fine with all this junk. It makes our Brazen our Karn better, basically. This hand's not playable. I think this hand is? You know what? I'm going to leave that on top. Our Brave's not particularly good anyway. This lets us turn one Krinko, even though I don't think that's particularly good. I think I want to play the turn one Krinko now. They didn't. They didn't kill our Chalice. They didn't have a discard spell for Chalice, and they just like casually kept. It makes me think that our Chalice isn't long for this world, like they already have an Abrade or something. Or they just have a really bad hand. Who knows? This Desperate Ritual looks really bad now. I just assumed they'd have a turn one discard spell. They didn't. Did they mulligan that game, or did they just keep a hand that could never beat a Chalice? They just kept a 7 that could never beat a Chalice. I don't know how you don't mulligan that hand. You have a bunch of discard spells in your deck. You have Stubborn Denials in your deck, presumably. Do you ever keep a hand that just can't beat a Chalice? Turn 2 Blood Moon. Versus another deck that Blood Moon's not going to be good versus. It's our fourth deck that played discard spells on us on turn 1? Or the fourth discard deck we played versus? Well, guess this could be Dredge still. Oh no, this is just Griselbrand, and we have only 2 cards in our entire sideboard that are relevant versus them. Pass turn. You're taking too long. We can't sideboard out all of our angers and stuff. We won't have enough cards. Our Blood Moon does nothing. Just Ritual out and Ensnaring Bridge. Turns off Fruit of Breaches. One could argue Blood Moon since they're mana screwed. There's so many Manamorphoses in their deck, I think that if they hit any land or any Simian Spirit Guide, they can still play Gorios and everything. In fact, I play Blood Moons in my Grizzlebrand deck, or Gristle Showblood deck, so... I think I'm still just going to play it, though. Like, maybe they don't have it. I have absolutely no idea, Murph, though I do know a lot of people just like it and think it's very fun to play. And that's probably a good enough reason for it to spike. The paper one's spiked too. Why didn't they do that last turn? Opponent still has so many turns to beat us. Yeah, so we're going through to Breach or Grizzlebrand now? We're going to do something. They exiled a show. Or they exiled a Spirit Guide. I don't exactly know what's going on right now. I know I'm not going to attack though, because if I attack, they might be able to block and gain 7. So in theory, I could have been attacking for the win. Okay. they used all their resources at least. Alright, you have 3 cards, and you have 2 Faithless Looting still. Hard for me to imagine you've not crafted a way to win by now, but... I don't know. Alright, so we're back to 13. They've got a bunch more turns. I guess I'm just never... I guess I'm just never attacking because I'm afraid of them gaining 7 and blocking, so... Like, they're 35 cards in their deck. It's pretty easy for them just to have another Goryo's. Well, that stops them from having another Goryo's. For better or worse. Alright, am I dead? Or am I not dead? We find out this turn. Has to be through the breaches now. They've already went through one Bommeringmos, so... Unless they have a way to kill Bridge, I think we have it. We have another Bridge in our sideboard. Okay. I don't think Chalice is particularly good in this type of match. Guess you guys are fine. Don't think Blood Moon's good in this match. Guess you're fine. Don't think you're good in this match. I don't think you're good in this match. Don't think you're good in this match. I don't think you're good in this match. So what do we do? I don't think that's good enough. We can bring in you. We can bring in you. We can bring in you, and we can bring in you. But if we bring in you, our cards suck. So. Huh. We have to take 3 more cards out like this? What the hell do the braids do? The braids literally kill nothing, right? Without me having a liquid coating thingy down. They're a Blood Moon deck, though, so our Blood Moons have to be bad as well. Alright. I don't. Most of the builds I see actually can't kill artifacts. Can I keep this hand? It doesn't interact with their deck whatsoever. We finally have a Karn, but the Karn can't even get a hate card. Turn 2 Goblin Rabblemaster doesn't seem good enough. So turn 1 Goblin Rabblemaster. It only dodges 1 though. Well, I guess technically it dodges 2, but I still take 4 damage, so I only gain 2 life. I don't think this is good enough. Alright, I think this is good enough. Red Rover, and Snaring Bridges. Red Rover, and Snaring Bridges. That's a good one. Maybe I should have got a microsynthet, or maybe I should have got a liquid coating metal. I feel like I should have got a liquid coating metal. I feel like we still lose unless we draw our other card. Assuming they hit lands, obviously. If they don't hit lands, I don't think we do. Liquid metal coating and we can turn off. Ooh, baby. Baby. I don't know if they have lightning bolts or anything, so I just don't want to risk it. Like, really close to just winning. I think we get a welding jar now. I should have got a welding jar that turn. Oh my god, I'm terrible. Yeah, I should have got a welding jar that turn. Wow, why didn't I get a welding jar? What's this do? You can't draw cards. We could use Sorcerer's Spyglass. You can't attack. You just spend a lot of mana to concede. Yeah, like I said, they just spend a lot of mana to concede. I think they wanted to draw cards and didn't realize I just called Grizzlebrand with this. But no, I should have been safe, and I should have got a welding jar with this. So I'd have had a welding jar to protect the bridge. Yeah, I played that really bad. Wow. Alright, well, we cashed. And we barely played an hour. I don't really want to play another league with this deck. I can't read that. Oh, thanks for the cookies. So, I guess we're going to play a little arena. Just so we can get a few more matches in. So the screen's going to go black while I load up arena. I don't think I want to lock in to play 5 rounds of Modern. I think I only want to play like 2 or 3 more rounds. Screen should be coming back now. Rerow any one of these that doesn't say 250. So we'll just do a quick couple rounds of this. We got to get Mythic at some point this month anyway. Just so we can qualify for the next top 1K or whatever. For anybody who cares, I'm using Collins Mullins list. From SCG. It is the risk factor list. I'm still a big fan of Experimental Frenzy. Like, for example, if this was Experimental Frenzy, I keep this hand. But, just giving it a go for a little while. There's a good argument that I should have played Chain Whirler there, but and saved the Viashino for another turn that I could have played both Wizard's Lightnings because of Deafening Clarion. Either way, I'm losing 2 things. It's just, does the creature type wizard matter enough more later? I think it probably does. I also especially don't like risk factor in the face of all the little Teferis that are running around right now. Go ahead and do this main phase. Treasure map to set up a God Eternal is kind of cool. Or a Kefnet, I guess. Probably a better way to say this. I don't think you're casting that. You are casting that. doesn't feel like it's worth casting. Well, we just have to beat absorbs now. Alright, seems like it's kind of easy to beat absorbs now when they tap out. I can't see their life. Yep, it's the one I thought it was. We did it! Bam! We on the boards! So, versus Esper Control, which is the only deck I obviously have any, what's the word I'm trying to say? Any playtest? Any reps versus. I don't really have reps. But versus Esper Control, I typically sideboard out some shocks and a chain whirler. But what I was going to say is Azurius isn't Esper Control, and they don't have Mortify, so I actually like the Experimental Frenzies versus them. So I'm going to bring in the Frenzies over some of these dumber burn spells and a couple more Chain Whirlers. I really just don't like Chain Whirler in a match. I don't really like having Experimental Frenzy and Risk Factor both in the deck at the same time, but we'll have our little numbo there. Yeah, that's not good enough. If we're on the play, I might have kept it. Alright, I'll keep that. Oh, sweet, I'll land. Happy days are here again. Spell Pierce? That wasn't on my radar. Let's play another. Want want. Oh, cool, my neighbor got arrested. Again. I feel like this game's not going to go particularly well. Hey Murph, what's up? Alright, next game. I'm not gonna change anything. This hand's much better. Alright, opponent. Are you prepared to be Hulk smashed? Opponent! I wonder if it's me. It has to just be me at this point, right? Even though I'm dropping 0 frames. Because wouldn't they get a little timeouty bar if it was them? Did I just close Arena and reopen it? Okay, they're getting a timeouty bar now. That's ridiculous. If you time out and have a thing to discard, does it just discard at random for you? Did they increase the timeout length? Because this is a little wild. Especially since he has 0 build up. They have 0. Their name's King, I'm assuming it's a he. No, it just makes them concede. Neato. Up we go. And all things mono red we trust. Hey Dumbo, what's up? Ain't noticed you playing area baseball lately. Dumbo Nation's having to do without. Oh, this isn't the type of hand we need versus anything Nexus or anything Sultai. They didn't play anything on 2. To the dome. What you gonna do when the lava runner runs wild on you? I said, what you gonna do when you drop down to 13? I assume I never deal damage with another attack, so there's no reason to try. Looks like I was wrong. What's new? What's new, pussycat? Oh my! Magical cards. How many times do I have to click them? There's nothing in their graveyard yet that matters. They can't combo this turn. Even if they have a Nexus, or even, yeah, they can't combo this turn with anything. They can get a Root Snare or something. And let us draw a bunch more cards. It's a blinkety eye. Well, that's unfortunate. I was counting on this mana. But we just win. So it's fine. I'll rephrase. We win unless they fog. I'm amazed we lost this game. I thought we were going to win. It would be very hard for us to win now. They put on top. That's not a good sign. That's just we dead. There's no way it's not a Nexus. Or no way they didn't have a Nexus. I'll rephrase. Alright. Well, if they flip this, so basically if they take another turn, we'll scoop. They missed there. So we need to miss on the next 4 cards. Alright. Do we get lucky? Do we get done tapping in? We do not. I wonder where I messed that game up. Not playing the Goblin Chainburglar killed me, but I don't know whether that's wrong or right. I guess this is a keep. Huh. Arclight Phoenix won the MTGO PTQ. Find that very interesting. Esper midrange got second. Esper midrange got third. Mono red fourth. Bant midrange fifth. Gruul sixth. Nexus seventh. And Esper eighth. Esper midrange eighth. I had a lot of fun doing that personally. Can't keep this. Can keep this, but don't like it. Alright, we'll take a one drop. Any one drop's fine. So one drop will deal like at least 3 damage, which is better than a random spell. Uh-oh. Opponent's got the good draw. And we have very medium draw, so. Yep, like I said, very medium draw. They missed a land, though. Guess we have to accept how fortunate we are for that. Womp womp. Goodbye, Steamkin. Or, well, not goodbye, Steamkin, but no damage, Steamkin. I didn't see whether they put on top or bottom. I was looking at chat. Should have played my land, probably. Oh god, we could just be dead. Alright, not dead at least. Alright, never mind. Are dead. Just the wrong person are dead. Alright, we'll play one more. We'll go flush my eye out. It's causing a fair amount of pain right now. Nope. Hero Precinct Fun. Just doing Esper control, or just doing red deck win things. Assume they'll kill one of these, but we still put them at 3 with a lightning strike in our hand. So they need like a bell hunt to even be alive. And if they shot for the bell hunt, we're still in good shape. Stand corrected. Forgot about Ophakaya. Stand corrected. Takes a while to start remembering these new cards, at least for me. At least for me. Anyway, versus Esper midrange. I like Frenzies. I like Kinley Phoenixes. I like Tabalts. I like some number of Lava Coils, but I don't know what to take out. Let's see. Definitely don't want Skewer. Definitely don't want Fanatical Firebrand. Definitely don't want Risk Factor. Versus these decks that block well, I typically take Pyromancer out, but in this specific one, I leave Pyromancer in because it can ping walkers. Being able to finish off with the Fairy or something with a -2 is really nice. And at any point that we're not doing with a hero, I feel like we're just losing anyway, so. Hmm. The opponent's not going to play Magic, it appears. Goodbye, friend. You'll be missed. Oh, cool. Toys. I like toys. We were going to lose that card no matter what, so. To the dome it goes. No, our baby. Come back to us, baby. Wasn't a bad draw. Experimental Frenzy blocks. Boo. They get one of our things forever. Well, the queen is a nice one to protect, that's for sure at least. They left Eldest Reborn in versus me? Wild, friends, wild. What you gonna do when the Rekindling Phoenix gets ready to run wild on you? Tweet, tweet. Cool thing is to have a removal spell here, they get to get our Chain Whirler back and kill our Rekindling Phoenix. They did not have the right removal spell. Do they have anything in their graveyard? Nope. I certainly have nothing in mine. And the best they can do is a Chain Whirler. Or they can take that and then scoop. Alright, I said that was the last one, but I'll play one more. Hard to stop playing when you're on a little bit of a win streak. And then I'll have to get to my work. Got about 3 hours to do what work I have to do today. Well, I'm just not drawing creatures. This is a creature, by the way. I'm just whining to be whining. They shocked, so I guess our Medical Firebrand's about to die? Or they have a Devotos for this then? Yeah. That sucks, I can't play both of those. appreciate them taking the extra damage for me. It's not something they had to do. Let's get them both down before they had absorb mana up. Interesting. They've not had a counterspell yet, but ah, this card changes these matches so much. I don't even want to play this. I typically wouldn't play it. Alright, next game. We're definitely not doing 7 from here. Well, similar to how we played versus the Esper Control earlier, we're going to bring these 5 in. And we're going to take out things like Shocks and Chain Whirlers. Backs against the wall, gotta win both. It's not a great one, but it's a keep. Hopefully if they have a removal spell, they'll do it main phase to try to stop us from playing Wizard's Lightning. Never mind. Hopefully they don't have a Cryocanarium. Can't not play it. Nothing else is a point of damage. Hopefully they shock if they have to play Cry. No shock and a Cry. That's unfortunate. Huh. I don't want to cast that anyway, so this is an easy card to use our risk factor on. Yeah, there's a chance they could absorb here, but or Devotos. But I'm not concerned about it. We're never going to be able to get that out of their hands, so anytime we can cast it and then untap and play the other, I think we just have to jump. Alright, we need to draw 2 instants now. Don't even think I want to play this, but I'm going to. I feel like they probably gain 1 life on average when I play this. Oh, how lucky. I could have gained a 4 life anyway, but that just locks the game up. Don't have an out now. Oh well. We sideboarded out most of our chain whirlers. And by most, I mean 1. Oh, I was going to stop. Too late. Already at play. Never cancel. Yeah, I think Contempt's really good right now, but what the hell do I know? I go first. Don't normally keep hands like this, but I just feel froggy right now. Typically find hands like this not playable whatsoever. But we're in low plat, so like who really cares? Grixis things? Wouldn't have expected that. If they're using a removal spell, I guess I'm casting the Runaway Steamkin. That was probably wrong. Well, they're at 5 and we've got 5 damage in hand. And that's the type of deck that doesn't gain life. So, they gained life. The type of deck that rarely gains life. I'm a little tilted. Thought this game was over. Well, that sucks. I basically only played it to sacrifice because I figured they were likely to have a discard spell. I guess they're more likely to have that. I guess until they gain life again, I have to keep playing. Well, should have stopped while we were ahead, like I said I was going to a while ago. It's not the type of hand that wins these matches. They're probably just going to lose unless we hit a frenzy to whatever sweepers they have. I guess I just don't want to play that right now. Yes, because of God Eternal, I have to kill this. I can't put them at 3. I gained 1 life total and killed 2 of my things if I got Eternal from here. So they go down to 2 now. God Eternal is backbreaking now, though. Can we just draw Frenzy and win the game, please? I'm not asking much. I'm just asking not to draw 3 lands in a row from where I thought the game was over. 4 lands in a row. Still think we win. I think we win until we get a frenzy until they play another Nicobolus. Never mind, there's a Nicobolus. Yeah, I think we have one turn to draw a frenzy and it has to resolve. There's the other bolus. Not a frenzy. A little late. A little late. Better late than never, Kappa? Can't buy anything back there that matters. I'm sure you can draw something that matters, though. Just casually draw 4? That's the 6th card they've drawn. Okay. Roughly the same cards still win. Well, I didn't have my stop set, but it doesn't matter. You're supposed to go into full control mode when you cast a light up the stage because if the top card's an instant with an experimental frenzy in play, you can still play it. I just didn't because I suck. I suck. I suck. I feel like this is the type of hand that we're going to win with either. Okay. We need a frenzy. Stat. Assume they can kill this, but they brought in counter spells for game 3, or they just had counter spells. Who knows? Two semi-lengthy games, and there's nothing to make me think they had a counter spell before now. Frenzy for the game, please. I have more than one, even. That was the worst draw on my deck here. I would have even preferred a land. So they have a big bolus, or they have a bolus planeswalker in their hand. They're just looking for the mana. So we proceed to draw every useless card we have. And all we want to do is draw one little frenzy. Well, that card kills frenzy. Well, we're now officially running out of time. We drew the fourth lava coil. In a game they didn't draw a dragon. Guess that's them gaining life and us losing because we still haven't drawn a frenzy. Sure. Just useless cards. Up until the last turn, I thought we'd win this game at any point we drew a frenzy. Saw half our deck so far and not found one. I don't think we can win now. Like, I don't think we have an out. You get one more attack step, so like maybe there's a chance that like Wizard's Lightning or something gets us there. But not really. There's a chance they don't have another counter spell in their deck though. Could like Frenzy land Lightning Strike or just Lightning Strike or just Wizard's Lightning. The vault doesn't do it. GG. Alright, well, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you all so much for coming by as always. Take care, everyone.